Hello, hello. This is Fizza, your sister girl Fizza, back at Sun4U Radio, and I'm joined with
Aelden. It's your boy back again with Miss Fizza.
Yes, and guess what we're talking about today? We're talking about the mystery of the zodiac, the phenomenon that has taken over the world.
Ooh, I mean, it really is though.
Yeah.
A lot of people be asking it's sort of like a question,
right.
Like
what
when
sign
you first,
am I?
Yeah, your first time seeing someone new and like, what's your sign?
You're like, are you a Cancer? Are you a Taurus?
Like, you're definitely a Libra.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody be talking stuffs like that, and it has been like a trend.
That's true.
I know. And then like there's a lot of zodiac signs and months, right? As we all know. And then the first sign is what, Fizza?
The first sign is actually Aries.
Yeah, not a lot of people know about this, huh?
Yeah, I think people often don't know where they place in the zodiac table. So let's give you like a very quick run through of what your sign could be.
Yes.
Alden, let's go.
So, as Fizza has mentioned, the first sign from the charts is actually Aries. Aries starts from March 21st up until April 19th. And then followed by the bull, aka Taurus. What was that about? But anyway, Taurus starts from April 20th up until May 20th. And then comes Gemini, which is...
Oh, that's me.
That's twinsies.
Yeah, so Gemini, that's me, girl.
Yes, the twinsies starts at May 21st up until June 21st. And then followed by the prettiest, the slayers...
The best.
The baddest.
The most crybaby.
Yes, the thickest.
And if you guys couldn't guess, that's going to be Alden's sign. That's a Cancer.
A Cancer, aka the crabby baby.
Crabby baby.
We start from June 22nd up until July 22nd. What's up? And followed by Leo, aka Rar.
Rar. There's a lion.
Rar.
Yeah.
We said Katy Perry in this household. So
what date?
Leo starts from July 23 up until August 22. And then continued by Virgo, which...
Yeah, when is that? What are the dates for that?
August 22nd and until September 22nd.
Actually, I think it's 23rd August.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah. Oh, oops, yeah.
So that's the reason why. But I want to take over now, and I'm going to tell you guys the remaining 6 signs, I think, that are left. Next up is my most favorite zodiac sign, that is Libras. I just love Libras. They're the kings and queens of balance. That is from the September 23rd and until October 23rd. Then comes the Scorpio, or the Scorpion, from October 24th to November 21st. Sagittarius is November 22nd to December 21st. Most of my best friends are Sagittarius, like I just love that sign. Capricorn are from December 22nd to January 19th. Aquarius from Jan 20th to Feb 18th. Pisces from Feb 19th to March 20th. So I hope you guys can start off with knowing exactly when you fall, which zodiac sign you fall into. And that means that listening to the rest of the show should be easier because you're going to know what kind of sign you are. So if we talk about you, you're like, that's who I am, or that's not who I am.
Yes, correct.
I have a lot of people who argue with me saying that zodiac sign, like things like horoscopes or like traits about zodiac signs are very generic and vague, that anyone can relate to them. And I have to disagree because I feel like nowadays it's getting like quite specific. Everyone's like, you're going to like trip over and then you're going to get a free iced coffee, and then that happens and you're just like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, what is this universe is trying to tell me?
Yeah, people be like, it's so vague,
and
usually.
I feel like now compared to back then, people always read astrology or like zodiac sign just
Horoscopes,
purely,
you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like horoscope, like purely just like, you know, okay, Cancer, what's going on with Cancer today? But now you have like a lot of elements, a lot of segments and categories that people might not actually know. And then, you know, as per horoscopes, there are actually like 4 elements in one. So like the zodiac is broken down into 4 different elements, which is the fire signs, the water signs, earth signs, and then
an air sign.
Correct.
Aelden, which sign are you?
I'm the water sign because I'm a crab. I live in the sea.
You live in the ocean.
Moana or whatever. But
Under the sea.
And actually all of these elements, all of which they contain 3 signs, but with different attributes. So everyone has their own specific and uniquely attributes and elements to them. Correct. So like for fire signs especially, they are very known for their, you know,
they're fiery.
Very fiery, just out there, very
bold,
very loud, and then very strong-headed, confident, ambitious. And then
so Aelden, what signs are like fire signs?
I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, it's Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius.
Yeah, of course. Sagittarius and Leo, they are born to be fire signs.
Actually, Leo.
Yeah, Leo.
I have met a lot of Leo in my life, and
do you get along with Leos as a Cancer?
Surprisingly, I kind of do.
Yeah, Geminis and Leos are very compatible when it comes to friendship. Because both are like very like into appearance and look like fashion and makeup and all that kind of things.
But somehow I feel like we're kind of compatible towards each other, even though mine is a water sign and then Leo is a fire sign.
Yeah,
like fire and water, somehow we blended well together.
Yeah.
So like fire signs actually have a strong sense of self that draws people to them, you know, like
That's true.
actually makes them feel like, oh my God, they are the star. Like they are the moment.
Yeah, a lot of celebrities are usually Leos and Geminis.
Exactly, but you know, good things, but at their worst, right? I would say fire sign can come off also as bossy or arrogant.
That is true. Like a few of my friends who are Leos, I think when I first got to know them, they did seem a little bit like very arrogant. And I think the arrogance it's actually just self-confidence. That people be themselves, man. Like don't judge. I was being a hater.
How them project themselves in a room
Exactly,
of people. Exactly,
like,
right?
whatever.
So like in contrast to fire signs, water signs, which is my sign,
Aelden is a water sign.
Yes, water signs are incredibly
He's watery. He's under the sea.
Soft. Watery, yes. We emotional in this household. I'm kidding. So the 3 signs that falls under the water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and obviously Scorpio.
Unexpected, right? Everyone I know thinks Scorpio is an earth sign, but I'm
Me
like,
too,
nah, they're crybabies.
Yeah, because I was like, Scorpio be living
on Earth.
On Earth.
Yeah, but you know, everyone thinks that, but I think it's one of the top 5 catfishes of the decade. Like Scorpios are actually water signs because they're very deeply, very emotional. They be crying. They be crying in the car.
Yeah, that's the top 5 catfishes.
They be crying in the closet. Yeah, dead ass. Like really.
And yeah, all this signs shows like different levels of emotional vulnerability and sensitivity, and what does make them very in tune with their own emotions.
That's true.
And it's actually, I would say, the baddest signs.
The baddest. You think water signs are the baddest signs?
Yes, because we water. We said Avatar.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna be neutral on that. I'm not gonna disagree because you're fiery. You're like. Yeah, you're definitely like more than just a water sign.
Definitely. Yeah, exactly. Just like how the elements that I mentioned, like everybody has their own elements into like one sign, right? So like water signs are also sympathetic and kind souls.
Kind souls?
Oh my God,
Are you a kind soul?
I'm the nicest people up in this household, but they're also intuitive.
Water signs are pretty kind.
Yeah. Thank you for the compliment.
Yeah,
anyways.
I'm gonna have to admit that.
Yes, but the negative qualities of water signs can also be, you know, being overly sensitive because we are very much in tune. So if you don't know how to balance your emotions, you're gonna be flooded away.
Yeah, you know, I'm surrounded. I'm surrounded by cancers
What
around
do you mean
me.
by that?
I have a lot of cancer friends. I have cancers everywhere, and they be a little sensitive. Like I'm not gonna lie, my Gemini self is a little overwhelmed with them emotions.
Yes, you be flooding.
They be feeling everything. They be feeling like a shift in the weather. They're like. They're like tears streaming down their face. They're like streaming down their face. I'm like, really? I have felt more emotions with cancers than I have with myself, like in my life. Like y'all be feeling stuff, but I like that. Like I know I say it as a joke, like I be teasing, I be like, oh my god, crybabies, but actually I think it's nice to be vulnerable. It's good to be open. It's good to be open-hearted and feel everything around you. Like I think it's a very, very good trait. I just like making fun of it because you're my friend. That's why, Aelden. My bestie.
I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. But not this confession.
On the sound effects.
Okay, when it comes to air signs though, many times they are the biggest astrology advocates in the room.
Oh.
Which are, do you know which are the 3 signs, Miss Fizza?
Yes, the biggest astrology advocates are Gemini, me, Aquarius, and Libras. They're the 3 signs that make up the most stylish element, I think.
Hey, I feel like Aquarius is also like one of the top 5 catfishes in the whole universe, because I feel like Aquarius are water signs.
Yeah. Everyone. I was arguing with a friend about that recently, and like he was like, "Oh, Aquarius are water signs." I was like, "You want to bet? You want to bet?" And I checked on Google. I don't have to check because, like I said, I'm an astrology advocate. Like, guess who chose a freaking? Yeah, exactly. I mean, you chose the wrong person to fight with about this. I got a PhD in astrology.
Yeah, exactly.
From the school of the internet.
The school of Google. Do not fight with me.
Yeah, do not fight with me. I got articles.
Signs that make up the arguably most stylish element.
Exactly. Stylish. You know, I'm just gonna be with a good fit on.
Yeah, because you mentioned just now, like with Leo and Gemini. Like,
yeah.
Fashion and stylish things, something like
True.
that. And also, like, these signs strive to be unique in all aspects of their lives and love the finer things in life.
Very true.
The silver lining, huh?
That's true. I love being quirky and unique.
Oh my god!
Everyone's like, oh my god, she's so relatable. This is Radio Rebel.
It's not even Sun4U now. It's Rebel.
But Aelden, tell me my weaknesses, homie. Let's go.
But
Spill the truth.
their weaknesses can fall in like interpersonal connections and struggling to build deep bonds.
You know what? I'm gonna disagree with that.
Why?
I think that I build pretty deep bonds with people. Like I be building them bonds.
How deep are we talking about?
Like I'm talking like a freaking soulmate level friendship. Like I think this thing like. It might be true with Libra and Aquarius, but because I know I've been knowing them signs and they're like part of me, so I know that. But for me, I genuinely feel, come on, Aelden, you know me for like how many years now? Do you think I struggle to build deep bonds?
No, definitely
exactly.
No.
Period. Thank you very much. And can we move on to the next and last element?
Yes, the last and the last, but not
the least. I mean, maybe. Yes. Depends. If you're science in this, then just like maybe just pause the stream for a second.
Yeah. So the last astrological element is Earth. Earth. Made up of Capricorn, Virgo, and Tauruses. So as the name indicates, Earth signs are actually some of the most grounded people that you will ever meet in your entire life.
Yeah, they're Earth signs, so they be living on the ground. That's why they're grounded, right?
Yes. Yeah, ground and earth, right?
True. I mean, dirt, not the dirt. Moving on.
Yeah,
Earth signs.
Wait, personally, I feel like Virgo and Aquarius should be
Earth sign?
Yeah. I mean, I thought Virgo
the more you know about
belongs.
Aquarius, I think the more it fits in with the air sign, because Aquariuses are very fleety. Like they're just, you don't get to see, like my sister, she's an Aquarius. You ain't gonna catch her in one place ever. She's always gonna be moving left, right. She's busy. She's booked and busy. She got places to be. So I gotta make an appointment to see her. Yeah, I'm like, not as being blood sisters, but I gotta book an appointment to see you for more than 5 seconds.
But only 30 minutes availability.
Yeah, but she's definitely an air sign because we vibe, but we vibe like from a distance because she's never there. You know what I mean? She's fleeting, so we vibe from distance.
She's never there.
Yeah, she's in the air and I'm on ground, so maybe I'm an earth sign. I don't know. But earth signs, tell us some more about earth signs characteristics, Aelden.
I feel like they're hardworking and independently strong as they handle the struggles life that throws at them. They
Very
just like
true.
keep them to themselves and then just like, oh my god, what should I do? Like, okay, maybe this is what I should do. They are very strong-headed.
That is true.
Like Leo, but also they're very grounded. They're very like on-the-spot type of people.
You think so? I think, yeah, for sure. Like, I think Virgo and Taurus, like these both signs. Capricorn, I can't really speak much on.
Correct.
I try not to surround myself with Capricorns, but I mean, no shade, but it's Virgo and Taurus. I'm a girl. I'm a girls, yeah. And my sisters are Virgo and Taurus, so yeah, they definitely have that independent, hardworking type of vibe. And I think Virgos, they seem quite level-headed, but I think inside they're actually quite emotional. What do you think?
Actually,
yeah,
it's true.
They are quite emotional.
I feel like it's
Like they feel.
Sort of like water signs, but not as much.
Yeah, I feel like, especially for earth signs, like on the inside they act like water signs. But if you guys want to know why that is, you gotta like stay tuned till the end of our episode, because we're gonna talk about what makes a person into all these elements. Yes,
what makes a person.
Yeah, what you're gonna find out about more things. But until then, we want to talk more and like end about the this earth signs, air signs, fire signs, water signs. We're gonna go deep dive into stereotypes of each sign, and I think that is something that is gonna be very interesting for everyone to hear.
Yes.
But let's first go and take like a quick music break. Maybe you all can shimmy to these tunes while we refresh ourselves, and we'll get back to you with some interesting stereotypes about each sign. So
and stay tuned, fellas.
Yep. everyone, we are back with the interesting topic of the mystery of the zodiac.
Yes, and with the most interesting person.
That's
in the
me.
room.
That's me.
I thought that's us. Hello.
Wait, you said person, not people. So I thought I
people.
could choose
Oh my God,
one out of both of
not
us.
the grammar.
You're gonna choose one out of us, so I chose myself. I don't know. I don't want to tell you, man. But this is Fizza, and I'm with
Aelden, what's up?
And we are sitting at the radio booth on the 9th floor of the Sunway University building. Come by, drop by, and say hi to us through the window.
Get the QR code. Listen to us. RNRN.
Yes, IRL.
IRL.
Tune in and listen to us IRL.
Okay, BRB.
Wow, we're so trendy with our little lingo.
Yeah.
But make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. That is at Sun4U_radio.
Huh.
You can tune in. You can see what we're up to, what episodes are coming up. You can listen to previous episodes. Catch us on, you can see on our YouTube channel, like if you're watching this, listening to the stream, you can see our other shows that we've done. Not just me and Aelden, but we have other amazing hosts. We have Chloe, we have Damien. Chloe's not a host, but she'd be hosting though.
Yes, and then we'll be having some new voices coming into the room shortly.
Oh my God, that is so exciting.
But in the near future. But yeah, catch
Oh my
us.
God. If you guys want to build some bonds with some new hosts, you better
Yes.
tune in and listen.
That's not very Gemini of you.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, that's not, I'm sorry. I don't care about anyone. I'm not talking to anybody. I only care about myself.
Okay, stop the bond.
Yeah, let's get back to business. So this is why you guys tuned back in. You wanted to know what are the most common stereotypes of each sign.
Oh
so
my God, please do not get me started.
we're gonna
on
quickly
this
brush through.
stereotype. Yes.
Let's tell everyone some of the most basic misconceptions or stereotypes about
my
each
God.
sign. Alden, why don't you start with the first one?
Yes. Okay. So the first sign of the astrology list
Yeah,
is Aries.
that's correct.
Yes, and then Aries is like synonym to aggressive. Somehow,
Ooh.
some way, somewhat.
What's the animal associated with Aries again? I forgot. I think it's I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. Well, it's aggressive though.
Yeah, it's aggressive?
Maybe aggressive though. Oh, it's a ram.
It's a ram. It's a baby ram.
Baby ram?
I don't know. It's baby.
But yeah, everyone thinks that Aries are aggressive. And what do you think the aggressiveness is like,
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest misconceptions about Aries is that people be thinking that they are very combative and very like fiery and just not go down to a fight no matter what,
Right.
no matter why.
Right.
And then like while the element of friction is certainly like a key life theme that this science cuts its teeth on.
Dude, you know what? I genuinely believe there are like two types of each sign. Like
Definitely.
there's
I think
never
more
like
and more, huh?
You think so? Like because Aries, like there are two types. There are one that is exactly what the stereotype
Yes,
is,
like
and then
very,
then there are the softies. Like my BFF
Like
is
our-
also an Aries.
Yes, shout out to your BFF.
Very, very soft-hearted, very sweet, very kind, warm. My brother-in-law is also an Aries, and I love him. He's so sweet, so warm-hearted.
Aw.
They're like so much of love, and like but they look like they're gonna mess you up,
Yes.
but in reality, they're softies, and I
Yes.
love that.
I know, right? So, next up we have
Taurus.
Taurus.
So a misconception about Taurus is that they're lazy.
Yeah, to be honest, I do feel like
I don't believe that for a second. Like, but people assume that they're lazy or they're like unwilling to like change or like
maybe
like
because
not
they're
just lazy.
stationary.
Yeah, but not really lazily, just like physically. But people think they're lazy like in life, like mentally. Like they're just like they don't want to be doing much. They think they're laid back. But I have to strongly disagree because Taurans are
hardworking.
so hardworking. Yeah, they're the I always call Taurus like the hostess of all signs. I feel like every Taurus I know is a really good host. Shout out to my sister who is the best host I know.
Her.
Yeah, like I have like a very, very big family, so I have like almost every member of the zodiac in my family. So I have first-hand experience with all these crazies. But yeah, Taurus is definitely hardworking. I have to disagree with lazy. It's out. Next,
It's out the window. Next up.
your own sign. You want to speak about that?
No, it's Gemini. Why don't you skip Gemini?
Oh, I almost jumped to you. I forgot myself.
Oh my God. I
just
know
didn't
you
want to
love
talk
me.
about. I just want to talk about my negative things, But yeah, Gemini. So for
like
all you fellow Geminis out there, that's
Yes,
me.
the biggest misconception of Gemini is get this. Shallow?
What? I mean, maybe. No, I'm just joking.
Not the half-ass.
No, I just maybe. But like, I think people think that Geminis are shallow because there's like, forget shallow. People think that we're very two-faced, and like, I agree. Like, we are like not two-faced. We're like 8-faced, I feel, because I have like 8 different personalities that people bring out of me, like different kind of sides of me.
Like, especially when you're with different friend groups.
Exactly.
Like with your family, you are different
family,
phase,
work,
your
uni.
best friends, and like just like your just normal university friends,
But going back to being shallow, I think people are like think that we're like unserious or we're fleeting or something.
Yes,
but
because you guys are always on up in the air.
Yeah,
like,
but honestly, like being up in the air is good because you can land anywhere you want. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
like
gosh,
I'd be landing on all other 11 signs. I'd be like
Kuala Lumpur International Airport.
Yeah, I'd just be taking flights.
Catch flights, not feelings.
But I do have feelings. That's why I'm telling you that this shallow 2-faced thing, it's not true, guys. We're just very adaptable. Can you? Alan's providing the soundtrack for my voice here, and this is how he is in real life, guys. If you think that Alden's actually something serious, nah, he's I'll be talking and he'll be like, ooh, in the background. I'm like, hello, I'm trying to speak.
Who's shallow now?
Yeah. Okay. I think you're laughing a bit too much. Let me talk about what Cancer's stereotype is. The stereotype that is affiliated with cancers are that they're weak and emotional. I would not say weak, but I would say emotional.
Emotional, I would agree, but weak, definitely not.
I would disagree. Yeah.
Because as a Cancer, like everyone just thought like we are very nostalgic souls and very weepy.
Weepy, yeah.
And very like, but we are not. We are very like, you know.
I think Cancers are very weepy, like in terms of like personal stuff, but I think Cancers are some of the most like ambitious people I know.
Yes.
Very career oriented, very focused on like these kind of things. Like guys, if you don't know, like Aelden, he is like, even though he's a Cancer, like whatever this stereotype is, but he be working. Like if he puts his mind to something, he's gonna get it done. Yeah. He's gonna be there. He's gonna be booked and he's gonna be present. That's it.
Busy.
He's booked and busy.
But I do agree that Cancers are very nostalgic person.
Yeah.
Like we do think back a lot on past, not necessarily just our past, but like history in general. Then we was like, oh my god, that's so sad. And like, do you
think? Okay, don't be biased now because you're a Cancer, but do you think Cancers are like emotionally dependent people by nature and have to like break out of it?
Yes.
Right? I thought so too.
Yes.
I have a lot of Cancer friends who I love, but I do get the vibe that they are dependent, but they try to break out of that. Like, I think that's the more important thing. But by nature, they be a little dependent, you know what I'm saying?
They'd be like, oh. Yeah. So next up, Miss Leo.
Oh yeah. What are the Leo stereotypes? So guys, Leos are known for being very selfish.
Really?
I don't know.
I cannot say much about Leo though because
our sample size is less.
Yes.
That's why, right? I know. Other than I have the same set of friends, so we're just thinking of one Leo that we know. No, actually, I have a few Leos.
I have a few. Actually, my sister is Leo.
Ooh.
Yeah. But
Alden's sister is definitely one of the most fiery people.
Definitely.
We love Leos.
We love Leos. But then, I mean, because of Leo desire to be, get
the center
things
of
doing.
Attention.
Yes. And then that came across as selfish or arrogant, like
they enjoy being the center of attention.
Correct.
And people think that that's being them very like selfish and like hogging the spotlight.
And then, I feel like not really selfish in a way because Leo just wants something for themselves. They want the best for themselves.
Yeah,
and I don't feel like that's selfish.
It's not selfish, but I think there's a time and place to be like attention seeking. Yes. Nothing is wrong with being people love attention, but there's a time and place, before you become before you're like taking up someone else's space. It's important to whatever. But Leos, we love you. Like, we know that you're not selfish. We know you just like to have some attention on you.
Yes.
And who doesn't, right?
Who doesn't?
Exactly. We're all the same. Leo or not, we're all the same in the end. So
next up, Virgo. Oh my god, Virgo.
Oh dude, Virgos are known for being
like perfectionists.
Exactly.
Oh my god, like everyone thinks Virgos are perfectionists and picky when they're just trying to make themselves, according to their own way. They have their own set of rules or like formats and they just want to follow that. Yeah. Quite organized.
I think, have you heard of like that thing, like people who are like lovey, like their loving way is like Virgos are, I feel, very huge critics. Oh, they are very critical. Yeah. Because I guess they have a very important sense of like perfection for themselves. So they project that on others, and their way of loving is that they are very critical. So like if I were a Virgo and I loved Aelden, I would be like, I think that thing that you're doing is not right.
Yes.
We gotta
You're
change it.
looking a bit unorganized.
Unorganized, yeah, Alden's favorite word. But Virgos, I think to some extent they are actually, like, I think they live true to the stereotype. Like, they are perfectionists, because
Correct.
I don't know a single messy Virgo. Like, they are kind of perfect.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they are kind of perfect and they're organized, and embrace it.
Yeah,
Like, I think this is a positive stereotype. Like, yeah, it's not right to be constantly pressured by the fact that you have to be perfect, but it's really good to have an organized lifestyle.
Life. It makes your life easier. So next up, Libra.
My favorite sign, but I'm
Libra
gonna
girls.
have to agree with the stereotype of that Libras are very indecisive.
Ooh.
Yeah, like
What about it?
they think it's the biggest misconception, but actually it's true. Like, people think that Libras are indecisive. I agree with it, but they actually try to take their own time to make decisions and weigh out like pros and cons, and then they battle within their head about, like, they're always in a dilemma. They're like, either way here or with there. Like, they need to appease their heart and their mind. But I think that Libras by nature are quite indecisive. Like, yeah, I think they have a hard time making decisions, but it's okay. Like, it's okay if you don't know what to do all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's perfectly okay.
Any Libras on this, in the show, tune into the stream, please comment and let us know if you can make a decision. If you
Yes.
do decide to comment.
I see what you're doing there.
And they'll be thinking till the stream's ended.
Oh my god, should I comment or should I not?
Yeah, should I not? What is my heart saying? What is my head saying? Scorpio.
Oh my god, Scorpio, girl.
Yeah.
It's spicy up in here. So a lot of people think that Scorpios are all
Are a bit
lusty,
they're a bit
lusty,
charged, you know,
sex
like,
craze.
yeah. They think that they're a bit charged. So I
Yes.
think Scorpios are known for being very, very intense.
Yes.
Intense partners, intense, friends,
Intense
everything. So people say that they're often battling between two extremes, and
Yes.
that they have to like abstain from. I think it's easy for them to catch a habit. I've read about that. Yeah. So do you know a lot of Scorpios, Alden?
Not sure.
I have a lot of Scorpio friends. I have mostly of the Scorpios I know are mostly female, and they are very intense people. Like, they're very intense women, but I think that makes them
Intense
very
as in
interesting.
what?
Like, they're very passionate. Like,
I see.
it is
About
true.
everything.
Like, about everything. But it's like on
see.
extremes. If they're passionate, then they're like
Super
super,
like,
and if they're not into it, they're just not vibing. They're
I
like
see.
end of story. Yeah.
like there's no in between, huh?
Yeah, exactly. No balance. But it's okay. Like, it
It's
makes
the
them
balance.
interesting. It makes them interesting. Sagittarius. Alden, do you want to deep dive into that?
Oh my god, Sagittarius. Like, in terms of big misconception about Saggy babies out there, many people think that they are commitment phobes.
Ooh,
Like, very
commitment issues.
yes, commitment issues up in this household, especially when it comes to, like, do you want to say it?
Relationships.
Ooh. I mean, I kind of agree. I don't know. Especially me, I feel like Sagittarius do have commitment issues
I'm gonna have to agree with that.
because I have a lot of Saggy friends as
Me
well.
too.
And then I can really see that
They don't want to open up their heart to someone
Yeah.
and be vulnerable.
when I actually talk to them about it, they'll be like, no. They become defensive, but then they're doing it.
They become defensive.
Yes.
Interesting.
And they're doing it unconsciously. They feel like they're not doing it, but they are doing it. Like, they are very commitment phobes. And then, because I feel like Saggy loves their freedom.
You think?
Right?
Yeah.
And then they tend to like give their own undivided attention to anyone or anything that will help them grow, help them this and that, But maybe they just love freedom very much, and then
I think they need to find like a partner that suits that lifestyle.
them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because like, yeah, I mean, commitment is a big deal, and I think to some extent everyone's got commitment issues, whether you admit it or not.
Yeah.
Next up, Capricorn. Alden, why don't you enlighten us? What are Capricorn stereotypes?
Yes, biggest misconceptions about Capricorn babies is that they're conservative in a capitalistic way. And because like Capricorn is a sign of conservation, and that can literally like lend itself to scarcity and like hierarchical thinking. But it's also lend itself to like hard work, patience, and humility that is necessary for humanistic problem solving, if you get what I mean.
I see. I mean, yeah, I think I think this is maybe the word conservative is being used as a very like technical approach, but in general, I think the stereotypes that I have heard about Capricorn are that they're very, very clingy people. So I don't know what's conservative. Like that's just what I've heard. Like, but yeah, like conservative. They're also pretty conservative, not only in the way that we just spoke about, but like even they're conservative in general. Like they're not very out there kind of people. They like to keep to themselves. They're like their people being theirs. So yeah, like that's what I think Capricorns are like.
So okay.
And then I think the next sign is second last.
Oh my god, can I talk about Aquarius?
Of course you can.
And Aquarius, oh my god, lack of stability. I feel like everyone be talking about Aquarius and then be commenting about Aquarius when it comes to like stability.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Aquarius, just same as Sagittarius, they love their freedom.
Yeah, very true. Aquarius cannot be tamed, in the words of Miley Cyrus.
I can't be okay, I actually 100% agree to that.
Right?
Due to my own personal
When am I
experience.
wrong? Oh yeah, personal experiences. Aelden's got experience with Aquariuses and he's not vibing with that.
Not vibing, but been there, done that, still there.
I told you Aquariuses are fleety. They're fleety people, but I think like whatever, each to their own. People want to be living their life. They don't want to be there. They don't want to be up in everyone's business. They want to mind their own business. They'll live life. They're like live life, love.
Live life, laugh.
It's actually live life.
Live, love.
Live, love, laugh. Yeah, that's what it is.
Eat, pray, love.
Eat, pray, love. Jilla Larpert's out here. But yeah, like they are a bit quirky, Aquarius. Like they're kind of crazy, you
like
know?
Me.
I mean, you're a Cancer, so how about you stay in your lane? Stay in your whippy lane. Stay in your drenched lane.
Stay in your flooding lane.
But no, Aquarius, like they're very like, I feel like they're very non-committal.
Yeah, correct.
They just want to be here, there, everywhere. They're like...
Yeah, correct.
They quack quack here and they quack quack there.
Quack. Oh, McDonald.
But yeah, like I think we're gonna have to leave this open to interpretation because you don't know what people think of what sign.
And it's very subjective as well.
Because yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some Aquarius out there who is very into being with people and it's not that fleety. You never know. And now the last sign is Pisces. Pisces stereotype is that they're very moody. So Pisces are, I think, tend to get a bad rap because they're kind of closed off or guarded. But I think people misconstrue that because there's a lot more under the surface of the sign.
Definitely.
They're the last sign of the zodiac and they're also a water sign and they're considered one of the most emotionally intelligent signs. But it can be like a drawback for them, I guess, because when it comes to like fully expressing yourself or communicating what you're feeling or thinking, you might be very emotionally like charged, you know? They are quite empathetic, I think. But for me personally, like I don't have a lot of Pisces. I've seen like on TikTok or like whatever, people go like, you know, most worst signs. It's always like Pisces. Or like Geminis or something like that. But yeah.
Never Cancer though.
Yeah, of course Cancers are. Because people think, a stereotype that I've heard about Cancer, people think Cancers are manipulative.
Nah. I don't think so. ... etc.
You guys are gonna have to friend up Aelden to find out if he is. I don't know.
Come join me.
I'm too caught in the manipulation. I can't say. Yeah, I know, right? Her. But anyways, so moving on to the next thing. We've spoken about stereotypes, so we're gonna move on to the next topic, which is
which is
the placements. If you guys know what placements are, they are the big three of the zodiac. Yeah. That is your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. Right. So basically, your sun sign is like your basic personality and like the core of who you are as a person. Your sun sign is like, you know, the one that you normally tell everyone. That's like your birth date and your birth time. You tell everyone that, oh, I'm your main sun sign. So when we read out to you your dates of your birthdays early on in the show, you guys got to know which zodiac sign you fall into, and that is your sun sign. So your moon sign actually represents like who you are when you're alone and like your more emotional side. And lastly, your rising sign is the first impression people see of you and how you outwardly appear. That is the big three. So talking about big three, if you guys want to know what my big three is,
Gemini sun.
I think you're gonna Gemini sun.
Oh my god, no kidding.
I was gonna make them guess, but I guess Aelden, thank you a lot. No, I'm a Gemini sun. That means Gemini is the way that I am as at my core, and I'm a Libra
Oh my
moon.
god, and my core.
My favorite sign is Libra, and that is my moon sign. When I found out that my moon sign was Libra, I was like, what? I love that sign. Libra is like such my vibe. I freaking love Libras. And my rising is a Virgo, so perfectionist in the house. Aelden, what about you? What's your big three?
Cancer sun. Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh wow, shocking. I know.
Weepy McWeep.
Meeting McWeep.
Womp, womp, womp. Aelden, what's your moon and rising?
My moon is Taurus moon.
The hostess.
The-
Yeah, Aelden is a very good host.
yes. As you can see, as you can hear.
No, yeah, he's the best.
Oh my god, am I being manipulative now? But anyways, my rising is a Gemini.
Oh, Tensies. That's why Aelden and I are freaking vibing all the time. We're just
Yes.
like, we just are always on.
Yeah,
Like, chop,
I mean,
chop, chop.
especially like you said, like your rising sign is like the first impression when people see of you, like how you
That's
outwardly
why,
appear.
yeah.
Because like I would say most of the time when people
Guess your
first
sign?
saw me, like, oh my god, I was like, hey, what's up, what's up? And then they were like, are you a Gemini? But
Exactly. That's what I thought when I met you. I thought you were a Leo or you were a Gemini.
Yeah.
Maybe a Pisces,
Yeah.
maybe because of like your outwardly nature. But Alden's a
Turns
Cancer,
out.
and that was the top 5 catfish of the decade. Honestly,
Yes.
like, I was like shocked. But then Gemini rising, I was like, now I see it.
Yup.
And Taurus, like I really like Tauruses. Like my best friend, she's a Taurus.
I have a lot of Taurus friends as well.
I have a lot of best friends from different
I
signs.
feel like
You know,
Cancers and
close-
Tauruses are very compatible, huh?
They are. Yeah, they actually are. I like the fact that you're a Gemini rising. I feel like it brings us closer.
Oh my god, I can't be
So you guys have learned a little bit about the placements. It means the big three. Now we're going to be moving on to ruling planets for each of the zodiac sign. So if you guys don't know that ruling planets are actually the planet that each zodiac is ruled by. So for example, Aries is ruled by Mars. Taurus and Libras are ruled by Venus. Gemini and Virgo are ruled by Mercury.
Cancer is ruled by moon.
The moon.
I'm sorry, I cut you.
Yeah, you're
there.
moon babies. No problem.
Yes.
Gemini and Virgos are
Moon
actually ruled by
omens.
Mercury. Mercury is known as the planet of communication. So we be talking like yappa, 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 yappa.
Yup.
Cancer is ruled by the moon. That means, what does the moon mean?
You know, moon color. Like very
Mysterious?
yes, like me. I'm a mysterious girl.
I think you're an open book, but whatever makes you happy.
I'm just like
Leo is ruled by the sun. That is crazy.
That
They're like, that explains them, their fiery nature. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and Mars.
It's
Actually a difference in Scorpio. Scorpio is actually ruled by Pluto in modern astrology, but
Mars by traditional astrology. And then like for Sagittarius,
they're ruled by
Jupiter, and then up next is Capricorn, and they are ruled by
Saturn. Beautiful planet.
Yes, I love Saturn. I love the ring.
Yeah.
Not the ring. Okay, anyways.
Is she married? Is she married?
So Aquarius is ruled by Uranus in modern astrology, then by Saturn by traditional astrology.
Okay.
Same as Scorpio.
Yeah.
And Pisces as well is ruled by Neptune in our current modern astrology, but Jupiter.
That's
in the
interesting.
Yeah.
If you guys want to find out like what each planet represents, then you can either Google it or you can wait till we do another show on astrology to find out more about each planet, because we don't have that much time today.
Yes, that's why you have to
There's
follow us.
only so much we can
Stay
teach you
tuned.
guys. Yeah.
Yes.
But we're going to take a little quick break, but you guys need to stay tuned because we're going to be talking about the Greek gods and goddesses affiliated with each sign, which is why we just told you about your ruling planets, because they are related. So stay tuned. This is Fizza and this is Aelden.
What's up?
Hello, Aelden.
Hello,
Yeah.
yes.
Wake up, wakey.
Yes, I'm crying.
So why don't you guys refresh yourselves with some music, and we'll be back, and stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What's good, people? We are back. It's Aelden here.
This is Fizza.
Oh,
We're located at the 9th floor of the university building, so you guys better drop by and say hi to us.
yes. We like friends. We have a lot of people looking at us
That's true.
like we are in the zoo.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But yeah, if you are free and around, please feel free to drop by, or we will hold you at gunpoint to force you and talk to us.
Oh my god, Alan, that is so aggressive
Oh my
of
god,
you.
that is so cancer of me. I'm kidding.
Yeah, manipulation. I'm
Cancerous.
seeing it now. And we appreciate all you guys who are leaving some interesting comments. We like that you're getting to know each other. And we got some opinions about Scorpios and Aquariuses. And everyone's discovering more about their zodiac sign. We love that. And thank you so much for you guys for being engaged. We will try and read more comments during our stream. It's just a little difficult because we're thinking of what to say next and we're trying to read at the same time. We might end up reading all your comments and they're all not
multitasking. Who?
Yeah, like my eyes are split. But anyways, getting back to the reason why you guys tune back in is to find out the god or goddess that is affiliated with each sign. I love this. I'm so excited. So as usual, we will be starting with Aries. So Aries is actually the god that is affiliated with Aries, as you guys can guess, is Ares.
Ares.
That is the god of war.
War. Yeah. So like in Greek mythology, Ares is the son of Zeus and
Hera.
yes,
He's the god of war.
representing like the violent and like the physical aspects of battle and things. That's why like a lot of people feel like Aries are very fiery.
And they're untamed and highly passionate and notorious for being physically aggressive. But actually, like we spoke about earlier, Aries, they seem like that on the outside, but inside they're just big softies, like, But yeah, other than moving on to the next goddess,
Taurus, which is
Aphrodite.
yes, which is the goddess of love and beauty.
Ooh.
What's happening to me? I like the goddess of sexual love.
I
and
love
beauty.
Aphrodite. She is
God.
beautiful. We love that.
Yes, and Tauruses are beautiful too.
Right.
You are beautiful.
Her beauty is apparently what sparked rivalry among gods.
Yes, and probably because Taurus is ruled by Venus, as you
planet
mentioned.
planet of love and beauty.
Yes, and pleasure.
Yeah.
So like it's no coincidence that those Tauruses are blessed with like gorgeous looks and love.
I think Tauruses are beautiful. Next up is me. I got this. So next up is Gemini, and our goddess is Athena, and I love Athena because she's the goddess of wisdom and military victory. So actually Athena is a multifaceted goddess. She represents wisdom, courage, inspiration, mathematics. I don't think so, but strength, strategy, and more. So apparently, like, she is a very mentally charged goddess, which is why Geminis are also very mentally charged. And this goddess, Athena, is also an intellectual chameleon that ties back into what we're talking about, Geminis being labeled as two-faced. No, bro, we're just chameleons in hiding. Like, we know where to adapt. We be blending in everywhere. Exactly. So that's the reason why, like, we just are like very, savvy, and we're relentless thinkers. So everyone, Athena, Geminis, you know what I'm all about. Next up, Aelden.
Let me talk.
Aelden, are you a god or goddess?
I'm a goddess. I'm both. Why not? Cancer is Artemis, the goddess of the moon and wilderness. So like, we have the sun, Ares, and then now it's like the daughter of Zeus, Artemis. So she's the goddess of the moon, hunting, and virginity. She is the protector of young children and a healer.
Oh,
okay.
Healer.
And like
Michael Jackson, heal the world.
Carrying a bow and arrow.
Make it a better place for you.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm trying to heal you, man.
Oh my God. I'm crying now. I'm weepy. So like it doesn't get more cancer-like than the goddess Artemis because we are ruled by the compassionate moon. And then like Cancer, obviously everyone knows like Cancer is the nurturer of the zodiac. Prove me wrong.
You're wrong. They're not nurturers.
Excuse me?
They need to be nurtured.
And we are both nurture and we can be nurturing as well.
I don't think so. I think Cancers need to be nurtured.
Keep your opinions to yourself. I'm kidding.
This is a radio show. We're here to talk about our opinions. I'm kidding.
Whatever.
No, whatever.
Okay.
Cancers are...
So like some Cancers, like born under this zodiac, are blessed with like healing abilities.
Alden's just getting like heated because it's his own sign. He can't take it out like I can.
Yes, because they inherited from my ancestor. From Artemis.
You know how people use their signs and excuse like, sorry, I'm so mean. I'm like a freaking Leo or something.
Cancer.
Alden's like, sorry, it's my ancestry. What?
Whatever.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
like excuses galore.
Okay, next up.
I'm letting you talk. You go ahead.
Okay, it's Leo. Apollo, obviously, duh. It's the god of the sun and the light. You see the light at the end of the tunnel because Apollo is the god of the sunlight, music, poetry, and
knowledge.
Jasper. So mythology says that Apollo was known for entertaining Olympus with tunes. Matt Tunes loved play on his gardens.
Not the British.
Austen instruments whatsoever. So like Leo is like the entertainer of the zodiac, just like Apollo.
People like who are born in the Leo sign are considered warm, loving, charismatic. If I disagree, Alden will not mind because it's not a sign. He won't tell me to keep my opinion to myself on a radio show with two hosts. I'm never letting this go, Alden. Next up, we have Virgo.
That's very Gemini of you. But anyways, Virgo.
Hey, you're the manipulator, not me. So Virgo is actually the goddess is the goddess affiliated with Virgo is Demeter. That is the goddess of grain and agriculture. That is like harvest and fertility and
of the earth.
Exactly.
So like, ancient lore says that she revealed the art of growing and using corn to all of humankind.
I love corn. Thank you, Demeter.
I love corn soup. Oh my god, she was depicted wearing like a wreath made of ears and like corn of ancient art, which is very much
one with the earth.
Virgoan. She's like, yeah, exactly like one with the earth.
Yeah, it's earth sign.
Sustainability.
We love that. SDG goals being achieved by Demeter out here. Virgo is also like
SDG goals back then.
Virgo is also the sign of health and sustenance. That means that like they're all about like just growth and moving forward. Next up, my favorite sign, Libra, that is ruled by Hera, the goddess of woman and marriage.
Ooh.
So Hera is known as the goddess of marriage and birth. Some say she was a jealous wife as she constantly fought with Zeus over his affairs. That's a very scandalous Greek history, Greek mythology. Not history, sorry, Greek mythology. So steamy. Yeah, scandalous. But she's a representation of justice and relationships, and those born under the Libra sign tend to be attractive because they're also ruled by Venus, the planet of love and beauty. Next up, we have Scorpio that is ruled by Kali. Yeah.
Kali Uchis. I'm kidding. She's the goddess of death and sexuality. So like Kali is one of the most complex goddesses in the Hindu religion.
This is actually not stemmed from Greek mythology. That is pretty interesting. That's quite different, right?
Right. And she's known as the goddess of death and sexuality because she brings transformation to one's ego, which paired well with Scorpio. And also the zodiac sign of creation and destruction.
Yeah, I think Scorpios are adept at letting go and letting in. So the goddess of Kali is an epitome of all things Scorpio. I think that's pretty interesting. And I think I'm going to have to agree with that. Pretty accurate. Yeah. Next up, we have Sagittarius. That is
Zeus, which is the god of the sky and the thunder.
Whoa,
Thor. Thor who? So Zeus is the god of the sky and the thunder, also referred to as the king of the gods, as we all know, right? And some say he exposed liar as he was the keeper of oaths. So you cannot get much more Sagittarius than that, considering it is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of truth and abundance.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, it relates one thing to another. And like Zeus' arrow, like Zeus had an arrow. So like it's equivalent to like Sagittarius archer.
Have you seen the Sagittarius, like the logo? Like it has like an archer.
Like that, right?
Yeah, it's like cool. If you guys are talking about, just Google it and you'll see like that's pretty hand in hand with Zeus. It's very interesting.
Yeah, very, very. So next up we have Capricorn, which is
Persephone or Persephone or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it, but she's a goddess of harvest and queen of the underworld. Okay, we got some mafia out here.
Oh my god, mafia, underworld. So like the goddess. I don't know how to pronounce
I think it's Persephone. Yeah, that's it. I remember now.
Stephanie? Okay,
I was pronouncing it weird. Sorry, guys.
Daughter and the queen of the underworld. So like she is often depicted as a young goddess holding sheaves of grain and a flaming torch. And there's so much inner conflict that is inherent to the experience of being a Capricorn, because it only makes sense that Persephone would also be a representation of both light and the dark, and like warring against each other.
Right.
Like fighting for the light.
Interesting.
And then next up, we have
Aquarius. That's Prometheus, the god of forethought and humankind. So Prometheus is the titan god of forethought and crafty counsel that was given the task of molding humankind out of clay. Just like Aquarius, the god Prometheus was somewhat of a rebel and a visionary. Radio rebel out here. So the abilities are...
Radio Gaga.
Yeah, his abilities in chaos are similar to Aquarius' ruling planet, Uranus. So Aquarius is a revolutionary and a zodiac sign that's centered on progressive and futuristic thinking as well. Last up, we have
Pisces, which is Ishtar.
Yeah.
The goddess of fertility and universal love.
Wow.
So like Ishtar is sometimes referred to as the goddess of fertility. And she's eventually evolved into a more complex character and is often referred to as the goddess of contradictory connotations and forces.
I don't think you can get more Pisces than that.
Exactly. And like Ishtar's energy is mutable and contradictory, just like Pisces, because I feel like they're both like really complex signs. You just have to like really peel it off one step at a time, one thing at a time.
That's true. I think they are quite complex.
Yeah, just like Pisces, she is very complex, universal, and highly eccentric.
For all our listeners out here, we hope that you guys can find some kind of relatability with all of your gods and goddesses. But that's all we have because we went through all the signs and that's all the gods and goddesses that are there. But we hope that you guys really, enjoyed listening to our take on what god and goddesses are in relation to the zodiac sign, and we hope that you guys found it interesting. Next up, we're going to be talking about how much do we know personally about each sign. So, Alan, do you have a lot of friends from different zodiacs?
I actually do. I think I may have at least one or two friends from each zodiac sign.
Yeah? Who do you think you have? Like, where are most of your your friends from are which sign? Most of them.
I would feel it's Sagittarius, Cancers, Tauruses, and also Aquarius.
Interesting.
For some reason. And I have a couple of Leo friends as well who are really like one of my closest friends. Two of my closest friends actually like falls under the Leo sign. So there's something that it's very interesting because I would say like most of the stuff that I read online about like, oh my God, this is like the compatibility chart, this and that and whatnot. But IRL, it's very different because it literally just like come down to like the situation and like how do you guys mingle around each other. Like, do you guys got off the wrong foot or like you guys just blend well from the very get-go? I think that really makes like a huge impact. What about you?
I think, for me, like most of my friends are within the Cancer, Sagittarius, or
I wonder.
Taurus.
I feel like I know a lot of Tauruses.
And I just, but my most favorite, but I don't have that many, are like Libras. I love Libras, but I don't have that many friends who are Libras.
God, I want to add something more. I have a lot of Virgo friends. I just realized.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about only their sun signs, right?
Yeah. I have a lot of Virgo friends.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah.
I don't have that many Virgo friends. I have a few. I think having a few Virgos is more than enough for me. Less is more in the cases of Virgos. Like, we can't take all that criticism.
Minimalistic is more.
Yeah, we
nice.
can't take all them critics everywhere. So I just need to keep like a limited number of Virgos. I have a Virgo quota.
Slots limited.
I got a quota for Virgos around me, and especially for Capricorns and Pisces. I got a lot of quotas. I actually don't think Geminis gel well with Pisces. I think I don't know why, but I don't think I've gelled well. But I think Pisces women are people that I can gel very well with. Pisces men,
but not
so
Pisces
much.
men.
Not
Pisces
so much.
men can.
Not so much.
Yes, not so much. They can jump off the cliff. I'm kidding.
No!
I shouldn't have said that, but anyways.
Regrets.
I take it back. Regrets.
Cancer at it. Back with his manipulation.
Yes.
Suddenly all Pisces are walking towards cliffs everywhere.
Oh, a cloud. I love it.
Yeah, but I think personally, like I said, I have a big family. I live with like almost every zodiac, literally almost every. So I have a lot of exposure to these signs on a very, very personal level. When you have a family full of different zodiac signs, and then you really know what life is about. That's why I feel like there's nobody I can meet in my life that can overwhelm me. Like everyone that I meet, I'm like, yeah.
Because you already have that training.
I got that. I've been training since I was born. Like, and I'm the youngest of my family, and I have a family of like 12 people. So that's the reason.
Literally, like
each zodiac. No, we don't have all the zodiacs because we got copycats out here who repeat like signs, so we don't have all of them. But we have like majority, I think. Yeah, if I think 10 out of 12 we have, which is a pretty good like So anybody I meet in my like daily life, I'm like, you are no challenge for me. I have grown up in this jungle, Amazon jungle. You don't know what I've been through. Well, Alden's finding me funny today.
Oh my god!
What happened to me sharing my opinion?
Whatever.
I'm literally talking to Alden how we talk.
You
to
will
like
never let this go, will you?
Never. I'm a Gemini with
Never.
deep bonds, deep connection. I'm deeply connected to what you said to me.
Okay, deep. Okay.
So, moving on to the next thing. Let's talk about zodiac signs that we think are the most misunderstood. So we talked about stereotypes. Who do you think personally are the misunderstood sign? And don't only advocate for yourself, because I know you're very defensive when it comes to cancers, but try and think about some other people out here.
I would say Cancer.
Oh my god!
I know you literally just said that.
It's giving. I like the orange soda, please. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's like that Kardashian anime.
Throw under the bus for now.
Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, okay, I would have a top 3 for that.
Okay, go ahead.
In no order: Cancer, Virgos, and Tauruses.
Tauruses. So you feel Virgo, Cancers, and Tauruses are the most misunderstood sign.
Correct.
Okay, in each way, how do you think each is misunderstood? Keep it short and sweet because we're running out of time.
Okay, for Cancer, obviously everyone thinks that we're very, very emotional.
Right.
I wouldn't say emotional, like very, very emotional.
Right.
Like for Pisces, like they are known for moody, but I kind of agree to it. Like, but for Cancer, like we're not that emotional. Like we still have a balance.
But you know, like emotional doesn't really mean like only crying.
I know. Like you feel like a lot of emotions.
Yeah, but like all kinds.
Yeah, but then sometimes we are not like that.
Okay.
I speak for the Cancers.
Okay, so what do you think that you are like?
I would say I'm trying to, not trying. I think I already achieved like a balance. I'm at that stage of my life where like emotion doesn't really. Yeah, because like back then I let my emotion
take over
myself. So I feel like that's very tiring for me as well.
That is true. Emotionally exhausted.
And then I am at the stage where I can manage to balance my emotion at once, even though I'm feeling a lot of emotions RN. But then I will feel like, okay.
Did you say RN?
Yes.
Right now?
No, not like RN, but like not like right now, literally.
I mean, I just was surprised that you used like an abbreviation in real life. I was like, did you say RN? I feel like I'm 40 right now. I'm like, did you just say
orange soda?
Orange soda? You guys need to like search orange soda Kardashian animation so that you can know what I'm talking about.
Sim. Okay.
But yeah, so you feel like that's I think that's good, like personal growth. I think mostly zodiac signs are like, and their traits are like about your instinctive
correct
way of life, but if you fight against it, then you become a different person. Like Aelden here, who is not going to be ruled by his emotions anymore.
Yes.
He's breaking free, soaring, flying.
Oh no, we saw a comment here.
Oh, we saw a comment?
It says even Aries feel emotions. What do you think about it?
Yeah, like I've been defending Aries this whole show. I just be like, they look tough on the outside, but inside they're big softies.
Yes.
Yeah, they like big hearts. But for me, the most misunderstood signs are Virgos, definitely. We both had Virgo in common, right? That we agreed on, yeah. Virgos, Aquarius, and
whatever.
I want to say Gemini, but I don't think so. Like I'll keep it like Gemini, like half because for Gemini, I feel like
I don't think Geminis are very misunderstood.
Me neither, but what I do think is that everything that you see about Geminis is always like the information's always tainted in a way to make it seem like it's a negative trait.
Yeah, correct.
Like
I agree.
Having multiple personalities is not a negative trait to me. I think you can adjust with anyone. You can be friends with anybody. Like it's a positive thing. For me, like I've used it for good, not for evil. But But yeah, and
Justice.
things like them being really like out there, like outgoing. Yeah, like I have more friends because of that. Geminis are known for being a little bit controlling. Yes, I can execute projects because of that. I'm good in leadership positions because of that. So like, but if you see it online and stuff, everyone's thinking that these traits are negative. So I think what the traits are mentioned are not untrue, but they're not that negative. You know what I mean? Virgos, I think, yeah, they are given a reputation for being very icy because they're perfectionists and their love language is criticism. But I think Virgos have a very big sensitive side to them that they don't. People need to be very close to a Virgo for them to open up to their sensitive side. I think they are very like emotional beings. So yeah, and Aquarius, my last one I feel is Aquarians are actually, I think they are emotional people, but they also are very non-committal in that way. So they are not very attached to their emotions. If they're feeling it, they're feeling it, but they're like, I'm not gonna be here forever. So yeah, that's what I think. So these are my misunderstood signs, and those are yours. You guys, please comment if you think that any of y'all are misunderstood, or you think that
misunderstood.
You feel that your zodiac sign has not been portrayed in this show accurately, or you disagree, because we're just going off based of research we've done. These are not
like our
only
own personal
our own personal experiences, but
so
they don't apply to everyone. Yeah, they don't apply to everyone. Moving on to the last section of our segment today, that is two common phrases that are used in astrology and what they mean. So Aelden, take the first one.
So the first one is cusp.
Cusp. Yeah, that's
cusp.
right.
So like the zodiac wheel is made up of 12 signs, have 12 houses or more houses later on.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah, well, maybe in the next episode, huh? So like the dividing line between the two different signs or houses is known as the
cusp.
Yes. So if you're born on the cusp of Cancer and Leo, that means the sun was hovering over that dividing line at the moment you were born.
How cool is that? Because like literally people like who are cusp signs, they have traits of both of the signs. Because you're like, for example, when we went out the dates, like, okay, Geminis are from May to June 22nd, like that. It's like if you're born like on that barrier, then you have like your personalities of both. I have a lot of friends who are on the cusp signs, and they actually genuinely are a mix of two signs. Like they have like their traits are all over the place. So I do find that really interesting. And the last phrase that we have is Mercury in retrograde. So I think this is a very commonly used term online and IRL. Mercury in retrograde, actually, it's what it sounds like. It's like people think it's Mercury moving backward, but actually it's just the planet is slowing down. Mercury normally moves faster than Earth around the sun, but when Mercury is in retrograde, it is actually moving slower than the Earth around the sun. So that makes it look like it's moving backwards. It creates like an optical illusion in which we think it's moving backwards, but actually it's just slowed down a little bit. So if you want to know what happens during when Mercury is in retrograde, as I mentioned earlier, you guys would know that Mercury is actually the ruling planet for Gemini, and Mercury is a planet of communication. So because of that, like they rule over travel, news, information, gossip, technology. That means when Mercury is in retrograde, we can expect meltdowns, false information, miscommunication, technologies failing, issues with traveling, misconnections, and delays in hearing about important news. So that's why people like always say when Mercury is in retrograde, you shouldn't make any big decisions about life. No big financial decisions, no major life decisions when Mercury is retrograde, because like it apparently affects the energy. And also, if you realize, when sometimes WhatsApp and YouTube and like the Snapchat is down, it's usually when Mercury is in retrograde. Usually it's during that time.
Really?
We had 4 Mercuries in retrograde this year. 2022 was full of retrogrades. So that was pretty interesting. Like we had a lot of issues with technology and stuff. That was pretty interesting. But yeah. So I think we should take a short break before we get back and we conclude our show. So let's play a music for a few minutes and then we come back and say bye to you guys.
Yes. So this is it. Aelden and Fizza. Halfway signing off, I guess.
Yeah, halfway signing off.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a few minutes.
Enjoy.
hello, everyone. This is Fizza.
Welcome back. This is Aelden.
And we're back to conclude our amazing show that we did today.
Yes.
I think our listeners can agree with us.
Bye.
We wish we could talk about science all day with you guys, but
Yes.
unfortunately, that's all we have time for today.
Correct. I wish though. It's been a fun topic, huh?
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody can relate to this.
Yeah. And if you can't relate, then at least you'd learn something new about yourself.
Yes, exactly. Like you learn about the gods and the goddesses and like
ruling planets.
Yeah, the cups and
placements.
everything.
Yeah. I hope my friends who are tuned in understand more, because they're always asking me, what does this mean? What does that mean? What is my this sign? Now you know everything. So anytime anyone asks me anything about the zodiac, I'll be like, please tune in and listen to this episode because it was pretty informative.
Yes, correct.
Right?
So if you want to hear us more, please do check us out on our Instagram at Sun4U_radio, or our YouTube channel now that you're listening from, Sun4U Radio, our Facebook Sun4U Radio, and our Spotify Sun4U radio station. And there is, I think
That's all for today.
that's all for today. Because of the time limitations, we have to say our goodbyes.
Yeah, but you guys were amazing
Amazeballs.
engagement in the comments.
Yes,
We love it. We
cool
love
beans.
friendships being formed. And we were happy to educate you guys
Yes.
on zodiac signs. And we also learned some new things about it
Actually,
ourselves.
me too.
And we also learned how to
Manipulate.
manipulate, yeah.
And together with my bestie, Fizza.
I don't know about that. I'm trying to keep my opinion to myself about that situation.
You will never let that go, will you?
Never.
No.
But
anyways,
that was fun,
That was
guys.
really
Take
fun.
care.
Take
See you
care.
soon on the next episode that we do together. Hopefully
yes,
soon.
hopefully. So catch us again on our next episode, and peace out. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.